What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Redcat Live, episode 136 to be exact. Why is that important? I don't know. I just like saying it because it just like grows every week, like my pant size. Just saying. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Redcat Live. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so very much. If you don't want to miss any future episodes, make sure that you're following, liking, and hitting that notification bell, be it if you're watching us via Facebook and or on YouTube. We are thinking about expanding a little bit in the future. We might actually simulcast on even another platform in the near future as well. We're just trying to take it, one at a time and have fun with it, right? But check it. If you guys are here today, you guys are here for a reason. You guys are here to see exactly what it is that we're going to launch next. As we promised, the last couple of weeks have been wild with new drops coming at you guys. And we told you guys we would have 3 back-to-back drops happening, and we launched the Guess What's Next campaign in the same time. We had a lot of guesses kind of flowing from all kinds of realms and walks of lives, from nitro drones to nitro Priuses to what else do we have? We had like 3S, no prep, Pintos, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, it's been wild. And if you guys didn't miss it last week, we actually were able to launch the Ascent 18. The first time in a long, long time that we've been actually reintroducing ourselves back into the mini RC scene. Of course, for a lot of you guys that have been watching, you guys are looking at this picture right here, right? This picture's being shared, and there's a lot that could be said about this image. Is it going to be a Tacoma because I'm holding a taco? Listen, I'm just hungry, bro. I wanted to eat. So this big dude over here was like trying to jack my food, and I'm like trying to sprint and run because I ain't trying to give up the taco. Just saying, right? But there's a lot of things that could be seen in this. We shared last week another image of myself holding a mini me like this and looking at myself, and that was fun, right? And the guesses that you guys had were wild as can be. And I do appreciate every single one of you guys that have been participating in the Guess What's Next campaign leading up to this moment in time. So if you guys have been enjoying these kinds of drops that we've been sharing with you guys, please make sure you hit us with some likes. Make sure you let us know. And if you don't like it, I don't care. So there's that. I said it. I don't care. It's the elephant in the room. I'm not the elephant. I might be the elephant today. I don't know. But still. Guys, check it. We've come to the pivotal moment. We've dropped with you guys the Ascent 18 just recently. And now we're ready to launch the next launch. So I'm not going to drag it out very long. We're going to jump right into it. Here it is. The one, the only, the Redcat Vigilante. Well, there you guys have it. There it is. The Vigilante, a 1/5 scale, out of control basher that can handle upwards of 8S. I know for a lot of you guys were thinking, all right, Ascent 18, that's cool, $100 budget, but this thing's obviously going to break someone's budget and or take all your tax money. There's the 118 on top of there, just so you guys can gauge a size comparison difference. But what do you guys think? What are your initial thoughts? I know that it's not something that we've done in quite some time when it comes to something of this size, of this magnitude, and it is. She's a big girl, and she's huge, and she's fun. From the video that you guys were able to see, you can also tell that the truck is very maneuverable, it's very agile. For being a 5th scale, she's a beast. She's a big girl, like I mentioned before. She comes in stout as can be. Aaron here joining us is going to help fill in some of the blanks and some of the questions that you guys might have for a product like this. So first and foremost, let's kind of go over some of the nitty gritty, some of the facts, if we may, on this bad boy. Obviously, it's a 1/5 scale truck, 8S power plant with the 160 amp ESC.
Yep, Hobby Wing
ESC. The motor is a 4985 1250 kilovolt brushless motor paired with the 160 amp Hobby Wing ESC. This bad boy also has obviously 4-wheel independent suspension. What's shocks? What are we wearing on shocks?
Big boy. So we've got 24 millimeter shocks on all 4 corners here. And as we get closer, we'll go over some of the specs on some of the shocks. These are beefy. We got big shafts. We should be good to go.
Absolutely. The Vigilante also comes with a 70 kg metal digital gear servo with bearing support servo horn. And obviously this is going to add a lot more durability and even more controllability, I'm assuming.
Yep. Just nice little things here and there.
Absolutely. A little bit about this bad boy too. The Vigilante features a heavy duty center differential with splined outputs for controlled maneuverability and tight cornering. All 3 of the Vigilante's front, center, and rear differentials are tunable with different viscosity fluids. So if you're the kind of person that likes messing with the kind of viscosity of fluids to tune it to your liking, that is definitely something that you can do with this beast. Another thing too is these bad boy tires are 8 inches by 3.7 inch wheel tires. Obviously we went with an 80s look on the body, kind of resembles something that you may or may not already know about, but I feel kind of like the icing on the cake, sort of speak.
It's just a good mix.
Right. We do have some integrated LED lights on the front, push bar as well, and this thing can take a couple different varieties of batteries, right?
Yep.
Run us through some of those specs.
So for most of the guys that are out there going to be running this, if you're looking to get into this truck works great on 6S and on 8S. So during testing, we've actually been using a lot of the Gens Ace products. We've been using their, I believe it's a 6600 4S LiPo and the 6800 Basher series of the 3S, and those packs have been performing great. So most of your typical soft packs or your hard packs will fit in here. As when we take the body off and stuff, you'll be see the trays. They're just held down by Velcro, 3 Velcro straps on each battery to make sure they don't fly out. So your normal size packs that you're going to be wanting to run in this, you should be able to fit no problem.
Right, and before we do get any further, I want to take a quick moment because we did have a winner and somebody's actually taking this bad boy home. So I want to be the first to congratulate Chris Mancuso for winning the 5th scale Vigilante. He has one in the air right now as we speak and is shipping out to him today. So we hope that he receives it well and enjoys it. He was one of the lucky people that guessed correctly on the Guess What's Next campaign. Now remember guys, I told you guys there would be 3 attempts at this Guess What's Next giveaway. This is round 2. We still have one more round. So if you guys haven't already guessed what the 3rd vehicle could be, you're going to want to go ahead and go to our Facebook page or Instagram page and make sure that you follow the link so that you can go ahead and enter for your chance to win what our next drop is going to be, because we still have one more drop we're going to bring you guys, and that's going to be next Wednesday as well. I know we're bringing you guys a lot of stuff back to back, and there's lots of different walks of life. There's been a lot of guys that have not been in the lowrider scene, and they're like, you guys have been killing it with this lowrider stuff. You guys are only doing lowrider stuff. Redcat, I'm losing faith in you. You guys don't even care about us that don't do lowriders. Well, here you go. Put up or shut up. Buy one, enjoy it, have fun, because this bad boy is gnarly to say the least. being able to film it was fun. It was epic to say the least. So much so that our star driver, we're not going to say any names, Chris Wheeler, he had an accident. Well, he gave me an accident. While filming this huge behemoth of a truck, this bad boy did this. Yes. Yeah, it hit me. And I was limping around for a few days. And
But did you get the shot?
I mean, I got the shot. You guys saw it.
Okay, because
I mean,
we were going to have to retake it if he wasn't able to hit you.
I mean, listen, I'm even going to make a little fun of myself. There's the still of me taking that blow and the camera catching my face.
Here, let me.
So,
Sure, people screen capture that.
Yeah. It's what can I say? It swelled up my ankle. It did hurt. So please, if you do plan on purchasing this thing, please use it responsibly. You don't want to be like this idiot right here. And I'm not going to call the guy that hit me an idiot because he might hit me again with it. But avoid situations like this. Oh.
Yeah. Definitely want to be careful around younger people.
Absolutely. But you know what? It was a super fun truck to film. Aaron and I really enjoyed being able to go out there, and Chris as well. Chris driving. He was able to really kind of run the truck through its paces. We were actually even lucky enough to film the entire video with just one truck. Where there's obviously other times where we want to keep the truck nice and clean. We did use two different bodies. We used the pre-bashing session body that we filmed at the intro of the video. And then we had another body that we just didn't care too much more about. It was okay to kind of thrash and bash it a little bit and let it get scuffed up, so to speak. But it really has been an amazing truck, and seeing it take the beat down that you guys saw in the video was absolutely fun. We were able to take it down to this spot where there was a pump track. We were able to shoot it, get this thing in the air. In the video that I shared with you guys can clearly see this thing getting quite a bit of air and taking these hits and landing it over and over and over again. And this was 2 days of filming?
2 days, yeah.
In that scenario that we did, 3 days total. But I think we're finally finding our niche, so to speak, creatively speaking, on these videos, and we're really having a good time doing so. So, Aaron's been a big part of it. Chris has been a big part of it. And obviously I'm running around with the camera and taking blows to the ankle with this thing. So
sorry about your gimbal.
So yeah, gimbal. Oh, and we also broke a drone. That was fun. Now, the truck didn't break the drone. I broke it because I suck at driving or flying.
You hit a tree in the desert.
I mean, it was a big tree.
We're in the desert.
So nonetheless, guys, here it is, the Vigilante fifth scale. Let's take this body off. Let's show these folks what they find.
What they're going to get.
First and foremost, if you guys are going to purchase one of these bad boys, it's going to come in a box. The wheels and tires are not going to be installed on the vehicle. The actual platform is zip tied to a platform, a cardboard platform, so to speak.
Yep.
And at that point, you can go ahead and cut the zip ties and then mount the wheel and tire package,
the little tires,
on the Vigilante itself. Taking the body off, you guys are going to find that the remote is inside of the box, and this helped us save some space. So let me change cameras here really quick to give you a different view. But yeah, the remote is going to be posted right here. Chris, can I bother you for some scissors?
Some nippers, safety scissors. None of the left-handed ones, please. If we could do right-handed only.
Yes, please. Here we go.
Chris is left-handed, so we got to make sure he gets us the right scissors.
I thought he was ambidextrous.
He's a lot of things, but we can't talk about that. So yeah, the radio is going to be put in here. It's going to be our standard radio that we've been using in all of our new cars. So pretty standard. Oh, I'm on this other camera now. I'm on this little fella. So just the regular radio that you've been seeing in all of our latest releases. Pretty standard, like I said, hobby wing setup, 70 kg servo. You can kind of see what's going on here as far as what we have.
Now, out of the box, this bad boy's going to come with some things that you wouldn't normally see out of an entry-level fifth-scale basher.
Yeah.
So some of the additional upgrades that you would notice to find on a vehicle like this are things like...
Well, we've got a lot of billet stuff. So on the front of it, if we take... Which side is that going to be? We can take off those sides. We'll just do this real quick. The wheel nuts are actually... I guess we can just roll with it. The wheels are going to be... As he said, the size there, they're going to be big boys. They're kind of like a motocross style tread, similar to what's on our Kaiju and some of our other vehicles. And it's going to be a 24 millimeter hex inside the wheel. And inside the wheel is actually a molded in steel insert. So we've got some added durability there for the wheel. We've got a nice matte chrome finish on the outside. And then on the back of the nuts, for this one, they're actually going to be serrated. So these 24 mil hexes here on the back side of them, you're going to notice they're serrated. So when you put those on, you don't have to crank them on super tight, because if you do, they're going to be a lot of fun to get off. But we were trying to think out of the box on this one way back when this thing started, and we actually have 70-75 aluminum front and rear hubs. So you can kind of see it on the front one here. Nice.
And they are kind of a gunmetal.
Yeah, they're
color.
a gunmetal finish, and we did the same finish across all of our aluminum parts. So you can see some of the gunmetal stuff there. And like I said, everything is like that. Same thing on the rear. And then on those gunmetal parts, like if any of you guys have ever dealt with any of these larger vehicles or Bajas or anything like that, you'll know that when you do aluminum hubs, sometimes it's really hard to get a bearing out, because, you know, these are big vehicles, and after a while the bearings, you know, they take a beating, so they're going to break. And you're going to have failures. And so with these, we actually have a plastic insert that slides, or the bearing slides in, and then it goes into the hub to make it so if something like that does happen in the future, it's going to be easily, you know, it's going to pop right out, and you're going to have, you know, something easy to put a new one in. Nothing crazy as far as repairs. And then with the battery tray, you can see here, nice large battery tray. We've got 3 pieces of Velcro on each side. It's going to keep it in there. We've got the, like we said, the Hobby Wing, the 1250 kV. This thing's pretty nuts on 8S. 70 kg servo, like you said up front. Same little battery box as some of our other vehicles. And then we've got the big, the Hobby Wing, the 160 amp. It's the WP6BL168S. So 6 or 8S. It's programmed right in the middle out of the box. Nothing too crazy. And like Chris, one of the guys when he was doing the filming, we're able to, I mean, it's pretty efficient. On 6S, it rips pretty good.
We were able to get a pretty decent run times.
Yeah, good run times out of the batteries, and it's not getting hot. So that's the main thing. So we've kind of got it set up to be a little more neutral out of the box as far as handling. So like you were talking about the diffs earlier, out of the box, the shocks are going to actually have 500 CST oil in there, and we can kind of go over that a little bit. And then the diffs, if I remember correctly, it's 100,000 in the front, 150 in the center, and 80,000 in the rear. So those numbers are going to seem really small for a truck of this size, but it's kind of all due on, you know, how the diffs are made and how much fluid they hold, and the gears and all that, and how it cuts through the oil. So it's set up a little bit softer than some of the other trucks. Like some of the other trucks, you know, the wheelie everywhere, and they're cool, but they're maybe not as beginner friendly when it comes to the large scale stuff. And we're kind of trying to cater to the folks that this is maybe their first large scale vehicle, try to price it appropriately, and give them a lot of features. So a lot of focus on the durability, the aluminum parts, having that come out from the factory. We thought that was a nice touch, and yeah.
You know, in comparison, guys, yes, the actual price point on this vehicle is going to be $860, right? $859.99 is where it's going to come in at. Comparable to what you see in the market right now, to something this size with aluminum stuff already on it, and the big bore shocks with aluminum aluminum bodied shocks, and a Hobby Wing system like this, you guys are going to be somewhere in the $1,200 to $1,300 range for something of this size. So keep that in mind when you guys see it. Yeah, for a Redcat, a lot of people are going to say $860, wow. But if you guys know us and know much about us, you guys know that we've actually we're not new to this game.
No.
And we've been in the big scale scene for quite some time, and we've offered things like the Rampage, the Chimera, that are really large scale vehicles that come staggering in the $900 range, $1,000 range, and so on. So to be able to offer a product of this kind with these kinds of things out of stock or in them stock at this price point, it's actually a pretty decent price point, all things said and done. It's not going to be for everyone. We understand that. But again, if we're not making these things for the people that keep asking us to make them, then I mean, who are we really making them for at the end of the day, right?
We'd be doing them a disservice. So just an idea, like on some of the parts, like I was talking about the shocks earlier. So this is one of the shock shafts. So this is actually, it's a 6.5 millimeter shock shaft. It uses a lock nut that holds the piston on. Like I said, the shocks out of the box are a little bit softer. So if you're wanting to do a bunch of big air and stuff like that, you're going to want to go up. Like right now, they're at 500 CST. And they also they have a bleeder screw on the top of the shock as well. So they're going to be easy to build for you. And yeah, we kind of thought about everything. The The spring cup on it is captured on there. We've got it's a limit strap or an over travel strap, or like a limit strap. That way, when you get upside down and it kind of rips the arm down, it doesn't over travel it as much. So it's kind of doing two things at once.
Right, allowing for that also that tunability aspect too, right? If you want to change that ride height a little bit, depending on, if you want a little more stability, you don't want her sitting up too high, you can tighten these straps up and have that. Bad boy lower down a little bit more.
Yeah, you can strap it.
And get a little bit more controllability.
Yeah, a little more squat, or like, it's basically the limit droop. So if you don't want it, sagging out everywhere, you can do that, especially if you're going to be running down the road maybe or something like that. It's got, you're going to have a hard time rolling it over. This is a pretty big truck. Not saying that it can't be done. It drives really good, but just to limit it, to keep it from rolling as much. So
Joshua Reese, the price point on this bad boy is going to be $859.99. Fifth scale 8S capable.
Yeah, and then so just for comparison, so you can see the shock just as it sits right there. A big old boy. Like I said, everything's captured.
I think I need this for like a keychain, bro.
You could. Oh my gosh. Try and spring that thing. And like I said, we have it kind of. It's set up very mild out of the box, but if you're going to be sending it and stuff like that, the springs that we have on here are going to work perfect. I would say you're going to probably want to go around 700 to 750 weight, depending on your region and the temperature. But, like I said, we have it kind of set up a little soft to be more maneuverable out of the box. It handles really well. Chris, the guy who was driving it, he'd never drove it until it was time of the filming, and he said it feels a lot like his 8 scales. So it's very drivable, and like I said, with the tuning, you can really make it if you want to drive off the front or you want to drive through the center. It just depends on what you want to do. So we kind of tried to make it so it's more maneuverable and just something new to the large scale game.
Right. Do you know what kind of speed we're tempted to get out of this thing?
I don't know exacts on the Hobby Wing motor. I know on 8S it's going to be over 40 miles an hour, depending on batteries, right? So that's the one thing that you can't really skimp on with these trucks. Yeah, you're going to want to get some good batteries. You're going to see the battery temps jump up when this thing's pulling power.
Right.
So
for the guys that are now joining on, let's grab the body. Let's put the body back on really quick, allow them to see what the total package looks like.
Yeah, we got the wheels off, and then we got the body pins front and rear, large body clips. And then the one thing, if you notice, everything is kind of captured. So we have something on the top of the body that's injection molded plastic, and another piece on the bottom. That way, when you're flip-flopping this thing around out there in the desert or wherever you may be running it, it's not just ripping the body holes out or anything like that. Because it is a large truck. I think dry, we're at about 24 pounds. And depending on the batteries, 26, 27 pounds. So it's like you said, it's a big girl. It's that's just how it ended up when we got done with it.
Absolutely. So guys, it is now available on our website if you guys want to go and check it out. It is available for purchase. Some dealers actually have pre-ordered them, so you may want to check with your local dealer as well. They might already have them in stock and ready to go on their shelf as of this afternoon. We were also able to get these out to a couple influencers as well, so you should be seeing some of their content fly out and hit the scene for you guys to enjoy here in a little bit as well. So we look forward to seeing what everyone does with this bad boy and how they end up enjoying it some. So what else do you have to show the folks?
So I don't know if you want to do this camera or the other one. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's see what the other one
what the other one looks like. So the hub's like what I was saying. This is an example of the hub. Nice machine, not small bearings in this either. Big bearings all the way around. I can't remember the sizes off the top of my head. It's like we're working on more than one thing at a time.
Right.
But, and then like I was saying, with these small plastic inserts. So you would put your bearing inside this insert, you'd take the larger side, you slide it in there, and boom. That way, eventually you're going to have a bearing blowout, and now you don't have to try and hammer it out. We just tried to think of all the nice little things like that, and then just the upgraded durability on that stuff. It just makes a big difference. Same thing on the rear. It's got the one that slides in on the rear, and this is going to be both on the front and the rear hubs. And once again, not cheap aluminum, 70-75. We could have gone with the budget aluminum, but why?
Right.
We're going to try and give the customers kind of what they want and what they deserve.
Right. Again, guys, as mentioned, this bad boy comes in at $860 compared to what is out there in the market. You're not going to find a fifth scale with the hoppers that this thing comes with out of the box and the 70-75 aluminum, the aluminum body shocks on something at this price point. It is priced still for its size to be an entry-level RC. So we do hope that we get to see quite a bit of people enjoying being able to jump into this size of RCing, right? There's also something very crucial when you're dealing with something of this size and magnitude, when you're mating a lot of parts that might be plastic going into aluminum, so to speak. So why don't you share a little bit on that?
This right here, like I said, this has got 70-75 aluminum front and rear hubs. On the rear, not necessarily so much, but on the front, you're going to want to make sure you get some Loctite. We've made sure they're Loctite from the factory. Same thing with the steering posts on this. There's metal steering posts for the servo saver. Get yourself some Loctite. I recommend this. It's going to be Loctite 222. It's purple. A lot of you guys are used to seeing a blue or a red, and the blue goes in there a little bit harder to get out. This I find works really well for the RC stuff. It's got not so much bite that you need heat, and it holds it in there. And then, you know, when you're checking your stuff, doing your maintenance, make sure you're checking these the bolts for these bad boys.
Is that the purple one?
That's purple.
Purple. All right.
Purple thread lock, Loctite, 222. I use it on everything. So it works good. Like I said, you're going to want to make sure you check it. Make sure you check these things after every run. Like I said, the servo saver posts on the bottom, they're aluminum on this, and then the front hubs, those are going to be your main ones that you're going to kind of want to watch for. The rear hubs have some small screws holding them in from the sides, but nothing crazy there. You shouldn't have to worry about those.
This is the comment of the day right here. A photo of Oscar getting it should be included with every order.
Every order, yeah.
I honestly thought that we would, include this picture right there.
The ouch one?
The ouch picture.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I'm telling you guys, this thing comes at you and it is just, it hurt.
Just remember, pain is temporary
Yep.
and gifts last forever, or last forever.
Yes.
So it should be good.
Right. So for a lot of you guys that are just joining in right now and you guys didn't get a chance to, let's show you guys a video one more time. Make sure you guys got it. Video should be going live this afternoon as well. But I really want to make sure you guys can see what this thing can do and its maneuverability. Again, this was shot with just one truck. So without further ado, here you go. All right, guys. So again, there it is. There's the Vigilante, a 5th scale 8S beast, and it's ready for you guys to order and enjoy. And as I mentioned before, Top tier dealers do have them. They were able to order some because we were able to communicate with all of our top tier dealers that have been constantly doing business with us. The opportunity to have them up front, just like we did with the Ascent 18.
Yeah.
Right? Getting those out to people early as well. So make sure that you guys check it out. And
Check your local dealer.
Check in with your local dealer. Make sure that you check in with them because we always want to support the local brick and mortar. Tell us a little bit more
About the truck?
About the truck.
So like we kind of forgot to go over a few things. So when you get the truck, obviously, none of you guys probably have a 24 mil wheel wrench. Boom. Got a simple one, works perfectly, included in the box. And then we've got some other decals, some chrome and stuff if you want to go over the fenders. We got some other Vigilante stuff, some bumper stickers, a couple other few things. And then one of the most important features of the entire vehicle.
It's the icing on the cake.
Right, and we can't forget about it, is these two little black antenna tubes. And these antenna tubes, it comes with the 2 set screws. In the back of the body here, you're going to notice that there's going to be a couple holes. So you can kind of put they're like little whips, like little CB antennas, or if you want to do like, maybe you have a RC club or something, you want to make a little flag or something, attach it on an antenna tube, throw it on there. We just tried to give people a little bit of options. It's got the Hobby Wing stuff and the quick start. And then a couple of the other things, since some people were asking, the servo on this, like you said, it's a 70 kg, but it can be replaced with reefs or other larger scale specific servos, like it's the, what is it, Raw 2000?
Yeah, the Beast.
The Beast, the Raw 2000, 1000, something like that would be a perfect replacement for this. And there's a couple other manufacturers. The motor as well. So we do have we're going to call it the smaller motor in here. It's the 4985. Hobby Wing also makes a large motor for these trucks. The size is escaping right now. I think it's 5692 is what the size is. And we do have it, so you can pull that motor out and it will fit. So the motor mount, we had to make a couple changes to it to make it so we can adapt that other motor, but you'll be able to run that as well. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting?
So that's kind of nice, a nice little...
Yeah, it's got a lot of power the way it is on 8S, but you know how these guys are with these large scale trucks. So it's going to be, you're going to see videos.
Jared Brown says.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I can't remember. There's so many different ones.
Oh, sorry, that's a price point. Sorry, my bad.
I'm like, it should be, I want to say it's 5692, something like that. It's like a Coke can. Mm-hmm. You can put it in there, and that'll really help move this thing around. And we also had some other people I saw asking about the chassis. The chassis on this is a composite, so it's going to be plastic. That's just the easiest way for me to explain it. It is plastic. It is 2-piece, but in the center of it, there's actually some metal dowels that go in that connect it, and then everything is supported on both sides. So it's bridged in multiple places, and then as you can see, we've got the nice aluminum braces up here, and everything on the bottom.
And these are also 7075s?
Those are just going to be regular standard aluminum.
The 775 is going to be on the hubs.
It's going to be on the high impact items, so the hubs. The front and rear hubs with the bearings, and then I'm trying to think of what else. This thing's been around for a really long time, so it's kind of hard for me to remember.
Right. XT90s.
XT90s, yep. Or it's set up for dual XT90s out of the box, and the speed control screws in. No more BS servo tape, and we do also have the mounting locations in here for the 200 amp. ESC from Hobby Wing as well.
Nice.
So if that's something you want to do with later on, you don't want to mess with the servo tape, we've got the mounting pattern in there for that as well. We've got a nice little Redcat logo in the middle here that you can't see. Metal servo saver on this side with a spring that doesn't back off because we have a set screw in it. So if you do want to adjust your servo saver and tighten it up a little bit, make sure you pay attention, loosen up the set screw for it, tighten it to the setting that you want, and then put the set screw back in. Front and rear arms, pretty beefy, upper arms. We do have one hop up for the truck right now, and that's going to be a small metal pin brace that's going to attach the front 2 upper arms here in the front. If that's something that you want to do through testing and working with some of our guys, that's kind of the only one thing that could be a potential weakness. So we decided to offer that as a hop up. It does have a couple faux lights up here, but they are open. Or you can open them up, and I believe they take a 5mm LED, so if you want to put a couple lights on it, kind of make it stand out a little bit more, the bumpers, everything, like I said, and then the body, we can kind of show. So the body actually kind of rests on these shock towers here. So we've got these two extra Lexan pieces that are double-sided tape in here. You can see those front and rear that way so the paint doesn't rub off on it. The center of the truck, when you get upside down, also has bracing in the middle of the cab. And then you can see we've got a couple things holding this the bed on in the rear with the roll bar and stuff like that. So it's we got the roof skids, and then like I said, everything is sandwiched as far as where the body goes, where the body posts go in. You've got plastic on the outside and on the inside, so you're not ripping through the body when you're tearing it up. I'm not looking at the right camera, but yeah, it's got a little bit of everything everywhere. So we tried to. It's kind of all in the details on these larger trucks. For those of you that have been around a while and have been playing in the large scale scene, we tried to look at some of the other things on the market and see, the most common things with those and put our twist on what we thought our truck was going to need to compete. And I think we have something here that's fairly decent, So yeah, it should be fun.
Absolutely, man. I think you guys nailed it. You guys did a great job with it. Obviously, seeing it firsthand. And being able to film it was absolutely a blast. It's been fun filming it all together. It's been great seeing what it can do. I love the maneuverability that Chris was able to do with it. Take it, Chris is a great driver, and there's a lot of people that are going to be
easy with
things.
The great. I mean, come on.
Compared to the everyday driver that might,
like
myself, that if I were to buy one of these and
or
use
pudding.
it, or pudding, exactly.
It's a lot of truck.
In comparison, he's definitely a great driver in that sense, and he made light of it, and he ran it through its paces, and he enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching him play with it. I enjoyed filming it more than I enjoyed driving it because I am not that great at driving these bigger vehicles, and I'm okay to admit that.
No, these things it's a beast, like you said. Like, you don't really understand the size. It's kind of hard to see it in the video. That's why I kind of flipped it up here. You guys can kind of see the bottom a little bit. It's got the Redcat on the chassis. You can see where the chassis is actually split there. And it's pretty standard. It's got a big, large front and rear skid, center one that protects the drive shaft and everything like that. Pretty standard. And like I said, we tried to do everybody right on the wheels and everything. 24 mil hex straight out of the box. Some nice looking wheels with good tires. Not belted, but you could use a little extra mile an hour when these bad boys grow, so they'll do that. And like I said, we've got the metal insert inside the plastic wheel, so we don't strip the wheels out for you guys.
Absolutely. Well, there it is, guys. As I mentioned before, $860 on sale right now on our website. Select elite dealers did get an opportunity to get some, so some of them may already be on the shelves today.
Yep.
We also have a few of them already out with some of the influencers that have already started reviews on them. Keep an eye out. You should see some stuff populate here on YouTube within the next 30, 40 minutes. But there it is. The Vigilante, our latest drop for round 2. The Guess What's Next campaign is a wrap. We still have one more thing coming next week that we're going to drop, so you're not going to want to go too far. And then we're going to take a little bit of a break on drops because we need to recharge our batteries.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back with some more drops shortly after.
The next week, is it the Nitro Electric Submarine?
The Nitro Submarine, yes.
Is it? Okay.
Nuclear.
Well, it's hybrid.
Yes,
it's Nitro,
it's hybrid.
And then when the snorkel comes down,
Yes.
it's electric.
Yes.
Is that what we're...
That's what we're dropping next week.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
We're not going to tell anyone, but
no.
yes.
Well, nobody watches this anyways.
No, we might have one. Hi, Mom. My mom watches at least. So
does she?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
She, at least for like 5 seconds. She said just to say she watched it, and then she's gone.
Well.
So guys, appreciate you guys so very much. We're not done yet though. We're going to let Aaron bow out, and we're going to continue on the show because we got some things that I want to share with you guys. This last weekend, we were in Long Beach for the Long Beach Lowrider Supershow. And of course, as you guys would have it, great show, great event, brings out all kinds of people. In my opinion, probably one of the bigger events that I've been able to attend in the last year. So obviously every time we go out, it gets bigger and bigger, and it gets just funner to just see everyone enjoy the scene. But don't take my word for it. Take a look at the video I was able to cut up for you guys before the episode started, and let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. So Aaron was already out. He was leaving. And I know I told you guys we were going to switch it up, talk about Long Beach and some upcoming events. But he turned his mic back on and come back in because he says he forgot to show you guys something.
Yeah, I forgot earlier. Puddin, one of our esteemed engineers down there, brought in, we had a package shipped in overnight just for the show. And this is a perfect time. Lowriders, right? That's kind of your thing.
Yeah.
And what else is your thing?
Crawlers.
No.
Tacos.
Tacos.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to need you to remove your hat.
Okay.
Reef's hat, I'm sorry. Sorry. And we had this float all the way. This is painted special. I mean, I don't even know if we can put a dollar amount on this thing. Fragile, as you can see. And we got you something fitting for a taco guy.
Oh, gosh.
So just like be careful. Like this,
Is it going to pop up at me?
it was. We shipped it yesterday air, and it would just got here. So yeah, no snaky pop out thing. But we did. I mean, the whole group, everybody in engineering went together. We splurged, and we went all out. Spent our whole budget for the rest of the year. That's it. And there we have it, folks. Taco King. Right there.
You guys got way too much time on your hand.
You know how the people in Wales, how long they spent on this?
I mean, it's definitely top notch. I can definitely
And it
see
fits.
it. I can see it.
If the
Is this going to be my new
it could be.
thing here?
And it like the lettering,
There
all
you go.
done.
There you go.
Taco King, right? We just had to. Puddin was supposed to bring it on the last episode, but the paint wasn't dry in
Jeez.
Wales, so they couldn't. So then we had to yesterday air it. It's here today.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to leave now, but I'll leave you with nothing but. I'll leave you with the king.
Get out of here.
The throne is yours.
Go. I'm done. It's a wrap. I do like my hat though, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of goes with the flow. Oh, jeez. Well, there you guys have it. You guys now know all about the Vigilante, our latest drop, a 5th scale vehicle that comes with a lot to be desired. Well, actually nothing to be desired because it comes with everything you really need. But it's a beast nonetheless, can handle up to 8S. Hobby wing electronics, 7075 on the aluminum for the impact parts such as the spindles, the hubs, and that kind of stuff, right? As I mentioned before, last week we headed out to Long Beach. It was a great time. We got to see a lot of great folks, and I'm going to take this off because he's gone now, and I didn't want to offend him, but this is kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. But nonetheless, guys, Long Beach was fun. It was a great time as always. You guys got to see a lot of those vehicles show up and show out. Long scene. I had more video and content than I could share with you guys in one episode, in all honesty. But it was really good to see everyone show up and just enjoy the time and enjoy the scene that everyone puts into it. So big shout out to Galindo's Bike Shop, ATL, All Things Lowrider. Frank Martinez was out there. Francisco Gonzalez, I might be wrong. The man himself, Candy and Chrome was out there as well. Justin Quilleen, Crawler B-Tone. I'm missing so many names, but a lot of guys that are really well known in the lowrider scene were there enjoying the scene, and it was just all smiles nonetheless. So thank you to everyone that made it out. Thank you for the hospitality and allowing me the opportunity to get some content. Unfortunately, I didn't have the mount for my regular camera to use my gimbal, so I had to go to Best Buy that morning and get a simple gimbal for my phone to get this video. So it's not of the normal quality that I usually get, but I made it work and made it happen. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Oh, yes. Cool ass mofos, thank you guys as well. You guys were out there. Team Yonkis was out there as well. I think anyone else that is in here that saw that, let me know as well. But yeah, nonetheless, great time, great atmosphere. And now we're going to lead into what is up next, right? With that show out of the way, there's only one thing left to say. There's a big show coming up, and this one should be the case show of the year, the most epic lowrider show out of all the shows on the West Coast. This bad boy is going to be the Orange County Supershow, and it's hosted by none other than Armando Flores, or at least the Whittier Boulevard scene will be hosted by Armando Flores, and he's going to show up and show out in big format. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be one for the books. You're not going to want to miss this. You're going to have the Whittier Boulevard scene set up. The 6th Street Bridge is going to be set up as well, giving people an opportunity to go ahead and tag it up for all of your likes. It's going to be people from the Netherlands, Hawaii, New York, Florida, San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Texas, and more. There's prizes and sponsorships happening from Redcat, Tropical Glitz, Jeffries, Mad Style, Delegation, RC Patina Guy, Nuestra Vida Fresno, Sweet Creations, Team Yonquez, Galindo's Bike Shop, 360 Products, Scale Riders, RC Lowrider Interiors, Pancho Paints, and a lot more. There's going to be a scene set up for the kids to be able to enjoy within that same boulevard. Categories such as Best Dancer, Best Hopper, Paint, Interior, Chassis, and Best Traditional Lowrider. So this is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. I even heard the man himself, the Godfather Jeffries, is going to be in the house enjoying it as well. And I heard he might even be signing some autographs. I don't know. He might. If you ask him nice enough, I'm sure he will. He's always cool like that. Definitely don't miss out. Great show. Don't miss this one. It's one for the books. It's going to be a great one for all to enjoy. All right. Next up, we got Best of Show Magazine bringing the event. This will be April 7th at Merced County Fairgrounds. 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. will be your roll-in time to set up. Show itself is going to be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. General admission is $15 per person, $5 per car to enter. If you want more information, make sure you hit up ChipDog RC on Instagram. All right. Next one up, we're going to be talking about... there we go. Delegation RC is going to be hosting their 3rd annual RC Hop and Show. This show is going to happen April 7th, 2024, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Southgate Park in Los Angeles. It's going to be $10 per car to enter that you want to enter into the show. You do get 2 raffle tickets with your first vehicle. 5th vehicle that you enter is absolutely free. If you want more information, make sure you reach out to Martin Lara. Great show, great event. They always make it really enjoyable for families of all kinds to come on down. Next up is going to be a show here local to us. It's going to be the Arizona Super Show. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Why? Because this is going to be the 2nd Arizona Super Show. Not Lowrider Magazine sanctioned show, but it is going to be a great one, and it's going to be one that's been around for quite some time and hopefully around for some time afterwards. The show is going to have a boulevard scene. Actually, to be exact, it's going to be an RC District and RC Avenue, and it's going to be hosted by Frank Gonzalez. Frank Gonzalez is going to be setting it up. It's going to be an outdoor scene, so make sure you bring in your vehicles to enjoy. If you want to register your vehicle to be entered into the show, you're going to want to check the link in the description of this video to register your vehicle. So some things are they're going to be handed out and or sponsored for Skunk Hobbies, Monster Graphics, Cool Ass Mofos, RC Patina Guy, and the RC Design Plug, and RC Design Plug, CCRC Customs. So great time, great show. That one's going to happen April 20th, and it's going to be held at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Next one after that is going to be the Valley Lowriders Annual Picnic out on August 4th, and it's going to happen in Harlan Block Park in Weslaco, Texas. This event is free for everyone to enjoy, which I love because it's all inclusive. You guys get to just enjoy it and make it about the scene as a whole. So wherever you're at in the U.S., if you're planning on hosting an RC Lowrider event, please make sure to share those details with us here by simply emailing support@redcatracing.com. I'll be happy to share them if you have a flyer on an upcoming episode as well. If you guys truly enjoyed any of the content in this video here today in this live stream, please make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. We're trying to grow it to any opportunity that we can, to any level possible. Today we launched the Vigilante, the 5th scale basher that you see here that can handle up to 8S. Last week we launched the Ascent 18, a miniature version of that. And next week we're going to drop, I can't tell you that, but you're going to have to come back next week because we're going to drop something else for you guys. If you guys haven't already guessed, the Guess What's Next campaign is still going, so make sure you guys are entering for your chance to win. 2 lucky winners already won these bad boys. And make sure you check YouTube for some updates on some content coming up from other influencers that already have some of these products in line. As always, make sure you check with your local hobby shop to see if they have this product first, because we want to make sure we support the local brick and mortars. And if not, always shop with confidence at redcatracing.com. Until next week, we hope you guys have a great one. Stay blessed. Peace out. I'm out here. I'm hungry. Let's go get some tacos. Your boy.